Irontrader. This is the last call of the day. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at Lululemon, LULU. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information. It's only not a recommendation to buy selling stock on ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Lululemon. This is one of my favorite trades here. This does really, really good. It's a very, very quality item. And what they're really getting into now is the men's apparel, not just women's apparel for working out and stuff. They're going to get into men's apparel here. And this should be working pretty good. Now, they came out today and they said they're going to have a really good quarter and good numbers going forward here. So let's take a look at the old chart. Now, I can see here we came down in August, came all the way down to this 226, and she rallied all the way up to 420, okay? So anytime you can see this buying operation, selling up here. This is also a buying up here, okay? See what we had is you had a inverse head and shoulder span. There's your left shoulder, there's your head, there's your right shoulder, and boom, now up she goes. Okay, so we got to see what we got to have here now. Also, here we have a pattern here. It's basically a cup and a handle situation. So we break about that 420 here. We're going to go up much, much higher, okay? So let's just take a look here a little bit closer. Okay, so let's on the downside here, you can see where we popped right on up here today. So what you're really watching is right here, okay? Is you're going to be watching this 3.88. That's that 8 SMA here, and then we're going to be watching that 386.75. Now, if that's lost, we'll come right to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 381.42. We're looking right here. You're looking at 373.77, and we'll look to the bottom of that candle right there at 371.48. Now, we look at this price channel here. This is 366.95. All that is that candle. Now, this gap was never filled. So right at the bottom here, this 366.95, there's your gap, and then we'll look at the top of this candle right here at 351.38. There's your fill. So there you have your gap and your fill kind of a situation here, okay? But right now, this pattern here is looking pretty good. Now, on the upside here, well, basically what we're looking for, obviously, is today's high, 404.75, and then we could rally right on up here. We just go right to the left here. What do we got there? We got 405.16. We come up here. We got 407.55. We'll come up here. You got 409.70, and then we'll look here to the top of that candle at that 414.82, and then your retest there at 420.21 level. Now you can see here, if you break out of that here, out of that 420.21 level, then we have some really, really nice targets here. So we can come right down here to the bottom of this candle right here. Okay, you're looking at 440.26 here. We can come up here. You're looking at 443.53. Then we can even come up to the top and just bring that price channel across. That's what you're looking for, is 480.95. We'll bring that price channel across here. Coming out here, you're looking at 491.30. And then we have your big retest up there at that 516.39 level here. But right now here, the chart is looking very, very good. We got to see if this is all going to play out here. See this nice big cup here where we have, and then we have that handle situation. So you can break out about that 420.21, then we have a good shot at hitting that 516 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin here, your daily chart. And this was a good scalp here today. I scalped the IBIT. I'm still long it, okay, because we are above this price channel situation. Now, you can see where it came all the way on down here. And then it probably brought in a lot of shorts here that says, oh, we're going to go all the way down. A lot of predictions are coming down here. This is going down to 70,000, I think. And it may very well be. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be there today, okay? So that's why we want to trade the chart. So sometimes that just a fooler comes right on down here, and then we hold, you're right back here above that 91,735 level here, okay? So on the upside here, what we do is the next level we want to look at here is that 92,769. You're sitting right there at 92,370 right now, real time. So that's where you want to go. And then so your next big level that you're going to be looking for here is going to be this 8 SMA here. I'm sorry about that. That's 96,656. And then we have your 21-day right above that, sitting at 98,226 level here. So that's what you really want to watch on the upside is this 50-day, the 8-day, the 21-day. Obviously, we get above that 21-day, and then we'll just come right on top of this candle, 99,920. We look to the left here. Okay, you're looking at 103.25, like the bottom of that candle. Then we'll come top of this candle here, looking at 103.190. Then we come up to the recent high here at 103.685. This is going to be strong resistance because look how many times that hit. You crack that though, and then we can come all the way up to the top of this candle, 105.325, and then we're going to head toward that 108.960 on 108.960. But right now here, just watch that 8-day on a closing basis here. 50-day, and then watch that key 8-day, and then watch that 21-day on the upside. That's going to be very, very key. On the downside, this is what you want to watch right here, is this 91,735. That is your price channel here by basically the bottom of that candle. And then today's low, that's going to be very, very key. You're looking at 89,525. So again, if that is lost here, then we just follow these candles here and then we look for this gap. Okay, so just keep in mind this gap, put it on your back burner, 86.70, and then we look at the top of that candle, 77.930, and then we come up here to right there, 77.682. Now again, if that's all lost here, we come right down to that 200 SMA here. You're looking at 71.073 here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But a lot of people are just talking about it's going to go right down to 70,000. So, just trade the charts here. It might go a hell of a lot higher before it even gets there, or it may never get there, or it could go there tomorrow here. So just trade the charts. That's what you want to trade. Okay, so watch that 50-day on the upside, that 8, that 21-day, and then watch that price channel on the downside, and then today's low, very, very key. Now, I was looking at the RSI here, plenty of room here to run on the downside. Your green is over your red, but we're getting to the bottom of this whole situation here now. So if we can get that Kraken berry back up again, we can have the same thing as here once that green crosses there, and we can get ourselves a nice rally up. I think Bitcoin is going to be really, really in play here for 2025 here. So, trade it until we start, get really some good momentum. We crack above this 108,960. Your target's going to be 110 and then 115, and you can work yourself up to 117 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil. She basically just won't give up the ghost. Okay, so we were talking about this area right here. Okay, so we are in a downtrend situation. Bigger picture, we're still in a downtrend, but it's starting to work itself way on up here now. Okay, so this is we were in a downtrend now. Obviously, it broke above, and then Friday we had that higher high level, and then today we even had a higher high. Okay, so today we had that 79.27 level. This is what we're looking at first here. Okay, so we're looking at that 78.46. Obviously, they went above that. Then we're looking right here. We're looking at that 79.10. But this is what we're going to be looking at next. We're going to be looking at, if it keeps right on going, is going to be that 80.15. Now, again, if it keeps on rallying, then we're going to go right up here, top here, 81.34. You got next target is going to be up here, is going to be 82.27. And then we bring that price channel across here. You got 83.10. And then we bring this price channel across here. What do we have is 83.74. Then we can come up to the top of this candle here, 83.93. And then right on top is we have that 84.52. Now, don't worry about it at the end of this video. I got all that resistance there posted for you. Just write it down, and that's exactly where the upside target is going to be. Now, on the downside, when this was resistance, now it's going to be support. So you want to watch that 78.46 on the downside. Then we want to watch the top of this candle here at 77.44, and then we want to come up here at 76.24 level, and then the key level is going to be that 75.41 level, and then we have that 8-day right below it there at 74.47. Now watch those futures when they open up here tonight, because this 8-day is not going to be here sitting at 74.47. It's going to be pushing up right towards that 200-day moving average there. Okay, but now when you look at the RSI here, we're getting into this like an overbought kind of condition here. Your green is over your red here, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But you're still getting up to that nosebleed area, so just be a little bit cautious here. I'm long the UCO. I still got my 2,000 shares rolling here, so I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out. But just watch today's high. That's going to be key, 79.27, and then everything you really need to know. Your next target is going to be right there at that 80.15 level. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on with natty gas. Oh, look at there. Down goes Frazier. Look at this there. Look at that big-ass red candle. Whew. Well, she rallied up here pretty nicely. Got all the way up to that 436.9 level. We were looking for 437, and it didn't quite get there. I'll put a weekly chart up right after this, and I'll show you exactly. But what we're going to do here, it came right on off here, and then, but however, this morning when we're up here, we're sitting here, and then I said, just watch this gap fill. Obviously, we filled the gap, and we got today's low here as 484 level here, okay? So what we're looking at is we're looking at the top of this candle here. That's at 482. So far, that thing is holding. Your next level here on the downside is going to be right there at that 380 level. And then we'll come up right up here. You're looking at 373. And then we're going to be looking here at that 8-day, sitting at 3.67. And then we have your 21-day right below it here. But we got to see what happens when it gets down. So far, this has proven to be very, very bullish and very, very strong. You can see how it's holding that 21 SMA here, okay? So looking very good. Upside here, we always want to watch is this 401. That's going to be very key, because look how many times it hit it 3 times. That's going to become resistance now. If we can get above that, you'll be looking at that 420 range, and then we have that retest of that 436 here level. So right now, she just had a nice, good sell-off here. I scalped that KOLD there today. Very, very good trade. Happy with that. Okay, now RSI here, well, we'll say we're looking here pretty good. This is actually kind of rolling down, but you're sitting at only at 57. Your green is still sideways here, so this could pop right up here. So you definitely want to watch those futures, in the morning. Actually, tonight at 6 o'clock, I should say, and then we'll see where we can trade against this big red candle. But just remember, this is what we're trading against, one of these big red candles here. So you got to be a little bit cautious here, because what we have here is just the same thing like we had on NVIDIA. You have that big red candle, then it seems like it wants to go lower. But let's take a look at a weekly on a chart of natural gas here. Okay, here we have the natural gas. Now you can see here 391 you're sitting at. This is what you want to make sure that we hold on a closing basis by the end of the week. That's that 388 level, okay? So that's what you want to be watching here by the end of the week. That's very, very critical. This is a weekly basis. So what we're looking for here, we're looking here, you hit that 436. So all you really have to do here, just go right over here, and then what do you see here? Okay, she had 437. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Now your next level there is going to be 439, and then you can work yourself right on up here. Where you come up here, you got 445 level here, but this is what you'll be looking at 475. If just look at the bottom of the candle, if it keeps right on running, but obviously it didn't. So realistically, what you want to do on the downside is just watch this on a closing basis by Friday. That's going to be the key. That's at 388. Now again, if that is lost, you can come right down to this 8-day here very, very easily. That's sitting at 3.52. But when you look at this chart here, okay, you can see here, see how nice it's holding that 8-day. Look how many weeks, okay? Look how many weeks that it's held that 8-day. So if it comes down to that 8-day, chances are it's going to hold that 352 level, okay? So that could also be a nice, good buying opportunity. So always remember that there, okay? If you start losing that 200 SMA here, okay, you can come down to that 8 SMA here. And if it does hold, that would be a good buying opportunity to take that bad boy higher, okay? But again, on a closing basis, just watch that 200-day. That's going to be key. That's at 3.88. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning here before 7. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.